One of the biggest steps a person can take in their lifetime is marriage. One of the biggest mistakes a couple can make is failing to have an open and honest discussion about finances before taking the leap. To share strategies on how to effectively merge your money, our financial expert, R Jenkins. And Karen, talking about your finances is critical. The thing is, how do you start the conversation?
Well, communication is going to be key here. And the first thing you want to do is really sit down and talk about your finances as individuals first. Get an idea of an assessment of, what is your credit score versus what is mine? How much debt do you have versus how much debt they have? And be open and honest about it, because it doesn't mean that you can't move forward, but you need to know what you're working with when you do.
Absolutely. And then you have to kind of establish your goals, because you may have your individual financial goals, but now if you're going to come together as one, you may have to make some adjustments.
You want to have family goals. You want to have family goals on, how do you deal with any pre-marriage debt? You want to have family goals as far as how much money you want to actually save, and that is important. You want to have that contingency fund for the family emergencies, but you need to sit down and figure out what that plan looks like and how you go about doing it through a budget.
And after you're so used to managing your own money, now you got to come up with a family budget.
Yeah, the family budget is important because everybody won't necessarily, it's important to decide, okay, well, we have one family account, and then I'll still maintain mine and you still maintain yours, but all the family expenses come out of here. And then when you do that, who's stroking those checks? But you want to make sure that the person that's not writing the check is also involved in understanding exactly where the money's going. All
right, great advice as always. And of course, when you're talking about finances, it is important to be supportive of one another and don't browbeat your partner for making mistakes, because we all do.
We all do. We're young. We never really went through that financial literacy class. So if somebody's at a point where, they have a lot of debt or their credit score isn't where you want it to be, don't browbeat them for that, because it didn't take overnight for them to get there, but it can be fixed. So what you want to do is be supportive, come up with that family plan to get that person out of that situation.
Great advice. You need to follow it. Remember, you can post your questions on Facebook with the hashtag AskKaren. We'll be right back.